an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Man, I can't trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hot sun in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches want a selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock. Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys who walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you hanging static, I'ma leave you hanging static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time we tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. Like grandma stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game, like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're sword on. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me a deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Dior on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slick with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking up shots until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the bean. Wax on, then wax off to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in the snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Worked up flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you die then you die, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rent's due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, where we talk all things Manchester United, people. And United, important win at Stamford Bridge, 1-0 win, clean sheet. It's only our second clean sheet away from home all season long. And the first one was against Everton. So, yeah, it's always and forever will be hammering him out. I need to put out a tweet during the show. I'm definitely going to do that. Fuck that guy for life, people. But we're here. Like I said, victory at the bridge, taking United one step closer to Champions League qualification. Another assist for Bruno, another goal for Cunha as well. But the performance wasn't good. Let's be honest, overall, the performance wasn't good. So we'll be talking about that in regards to Carrick. Any transfer-related news, you lot let us know. Any rumors, anything like that as well. But big up to everyone who joined over from the raid from back again. Shout out Troops, Monts, Lewis, you already know. Big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV as always. But please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or whether you're watching this back after the live, and big up to everyone on the audio platforms as well. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. First and foremost, let's run up the likes. There's over 100 people in there. So let's hit the like button on the video. Make sure you follow and share across all the socials. Yes, it's flawless at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at Yes It's Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, people. Retweet, like on Twitter, share on Instagram, follow across all the platforms. And equally as important, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. Road to 17,000 subscribers. So make sure you do both of those things. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Biggie in the chat. Atro, I see you as well. Also T-Gains. Big up to all the members. But let me bring the ManDem into the building. Cuzzy Dazzler's in the building. Yes, Cuzzy. Paul's in the building. What you man telling me, man? You man good?
Saying, Cuzzy, you good, man? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm blessed, Cuzzy. You good? Good, Paul?
Oh, yeah, man. Great weekend. Great weekend.
It was. It was not. I hear it. Trust me. Well, yo, Cuzzy, we'll start with you. 1-0 win at the bridge. Thoughts, game, before we get into the whole Carrick situation and everything like that.
Do you know what? Truthfully, I didn't actually watch the game. I actually caught it so late. I caught it like from the 89th minute. So I didn't really watch anything. I just saw we was 1-0 up. I was surprised though, because like Stamford Bridge usually isn't like a good stomping ground for us. So
no.
To not concede any goals, regardless of like who they put out, I was surprised. So yeah, I haven't got an opinion on the performance either way. I've heard people say that we didn't really perform well, and if you look at the stats, if you go by stats, Chelsea's GNA was much better than ours, but it's all about putting the ball in the onion basket, isn't it? So
that's it. I hear it. What are you saying, Paul? Talk to us.
Yeah, man. Listen, it was a good weekend. Honestly, we just, like I said, we needed to win. I feel like that win now with Chelsea at 10 points, I think right now, it's too much for them to claw back. So I feel like we at least have one foot firmly in the Champions League right now. We just need just 2 more wins. Brentford and Liverpool, hopefully we could beat both. Those are both home games. And yeah, I think we secure Champions League. I think at this point, the gap between 6th places is really too far. And this is even granted that Chelsea even win, because Chelsea's fixtures are actually tough. I look at them. They play Brighton tomorrow. There's a game against Liverpool. There's a game against Nottingham Forest, Spurs as well. There are a couple of tough fixtures that Chelsea still have to play, and there's no guarantee that they actually would win all of them, or even none of them, like at this point. And Liverpool still have to play Aston Villa too as well. So the teams in and around us that could still drop points.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, Atro says it. If we win against Brentford and Liverpool, we have it mathematically secured. Yeah, and in regards to the performance, like because he just mentioned about the clean sheet, and despite who they put out. And that's one thing that we actually brought back. Because I think Carrick's done that very well, like in his tenure, is we've just been defensively better. Like there's been some resilience. So even in games where we've conceded goals, I've not really blamed the defense like that. Like it's about limiting your opposition. And Mercy put the links in the chat about that, because we're going to discuss that. I didn't know if it was real or not. He's saying, have you seen the Chouameni link? So we'll get to that. And I didn't watch the full game. Obviously, I missed the first half, watched the second half. But the stats do tell you everything in regards to attack. We had 1 shot on target. They had 1 shot on target. That's what it is. But Ours was the reason why you bring in the attackers we bring in is for games like this. You've seen in this instance, it was Bremo and Cunha linking up with Bruno for the goal. But the Everton winner, it was Cunha to Bremo, and then Bremo passed it to Sesko scoring. When you're not playing well, this is why you have not even if I say creme de la creme, but this is why you have quality attackers in your side. This is why you pay the big money. This is why we paid 70 million for Sesko and 70 for Bremo and 60 for Cunha. It's to get you over the lines in these moments because we haven't had attackers we can rely on at any point. Never mind whether we're playing well or we're playing poorly. But one thing we have and go into every game why I'm confident going into games is because of our attack. Even if they're not playing well, even if they're not in form, because I know at any given moment, you give any of them man a chance, they can produce something. Whether it's them individually or whether it's a link-up thing. Because Bremo didn't play well in the game. Or he's played a key pass to Bruno. Bruno was decent, I would say. I think he was great. Again, assist. Cunha, decent again. Wasn't fantastic. But they've combined for the goal. Saying Chelsea lack. If you hear Chelsea fans hear how they're talking after the game, and they're talking about their attack, granted, their better attackers were missing. But then again, our star striker wasn't. Well, not star striker. Our striker we signed in the summer wasn't playing. But we brought Ahmad off the bench. And we brought Sesko off the bench. They brought Garnacho off the bench. That tells you all you need to know. João Pedro gets injured. They're playing the lap. We ended the front three. I think our front three at the end was Mount, Xerxes, Ahmad. That was our front three, like at the end of the game after the subs. They, like I said, the lap started for them because João Pedro was injured and they brought off Garnacho. And they brought on Garnacho, sorry. And that was the key difference in the game. But yeah, performances are concerning. We need to get better at controlling games. I don't know what's going on because that seems to have absolutely disappeared from our game. We do it in moments, like against Bournemouth. We had moments where we did it. Wasn't there against Chelsea. Wasn't there against Newcastle. Like I can't remember what would you man say the last like good performance we had like overall was both defensively and offensively in the game.
Yeah, you're probably going back to like what Arsenal.
I'm checking now. Let me have a look at our fixture. See the fact that we can't even remember.
Maybe Spurs in February. I think maybe that might be the last.
Because I'm looking there. 2 months. You know what? I'd probably say Villa. I don't think we play well against Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
And Villa's the 15th of March. We played Bournemouth, Leeds, and Chelsea since then. Newcastle was the loss before that. I didn't think we played well against Palace at home. Everton was just a straight word to Eddie, just a straight bar fight. But the fact that it's limited tells you all you need to know in regards to it. So we need to pattern that. Yes, we know like a quality. But go on.
I think the game where we played like well from minute 1 to minute 90, I think was Arsenal. That was the game where we did that for like a full 90 minutes, and then the game before that, which was the City game. So you're looking back in like January. So you're right. I mean, we're not necessarily playing well. I see some people questioning Carrick, like he does need to make subs a bit earlier. That's one thing I'm not really a big fan of. And that's, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not Carrick out, but that's kind of like how it starts. You start making subs too late or no subs at all. And then right now, it's not really a problem because it's April 20th, 420. And we're
big up all the smokers out there.
Exact. Shout out to all of them. And we're really just
imagine I'm in Amsterdam right now as well.
Oh yeah. You having the time of your life over there, yo.
Amsterdam, they got the good stuff out there. But we're trying to just see the season out pretty much. So that's why I really just understand it. No one in the Premier League is really playing well. So we can excuse that, but for next season we need to evolve the way we play.
I don't think I would agree with that, Paul. I don't think anyone is playing consistently. Yeah, but there are teams that do play well. Like Bournemouth do play well. They're just not consistent. Bournemouth play like really good football. But not a lot of teams are playing well, though. I would say that.
I think because there is a distinct lack of quality. Hence why, because Acho says in the chat, that Villa game was only good in the second half. Only Arsenal, City, Fulham, and Spurs were good for the full 90 minutes for me. I don't think we have a team to play well for 90 minutes. I'm looking for the majority of the game. I don't think we have a team that's going to play well for 90 minutes consistent. Yeah. So I'm looking for 67. I'm looking for like 70 minutes. We play well for 70 minutes. I'm cool with that. And then that 20, but that doesn't mean that 20 minutes you're awful. Just be okay. So like just be decent in the game. Maybe you're playing against enough quality where the other team is gonna have momentum. So that's where you need to stay in the game. We say all the time, football's a game of momentum shifts. And when you're in the ascendancy and the momentum's with you, you have to go and score at least one or score two. We see it all the time where a team will be in the ascendancy, the momentum's with them, they'll miss a chance, and then 5 minutes later, the opposition scores. So I'm saying if we're good for 65, 70 minutes, don't be bad for that 20, 25 minutes. Make sure we stay in the game. And we've done that. Like I said, I actually trust United from a resilience standpoint. Hence why, even with our makeshift back four, I'm not surprised by the clean sheet. I think Heaven's a good set. Lamens, we all know about him as a goalkeeper and what he's added. I rate Heaven as a centre-back. Maz, even though he's not a centre-back, a player I said that he's the epitome of Mr. Consistency. Even though he's poor against Leeds and everyone wanted to crash on him, he's had a handful of bad games and he's played multiple positions. And he rarely plays back. Then you got Dalot and Shaw, obviously not the best, but they can be defensively resilient, especially when you're playing against Garnacho and Neto. That's a massive help. And then you put Casemiro and Meno in front of that, who are both defensively responsible. All of a sudden, you've got a back six or back seven, if you want to include the goalkeeper, that can be defensively resilient. It's the other part of it. Like, why can't we keep the ball and move it? Why are we not sustaining attacks? We only had 4 shots against Chelsea. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not saying we should go there and have 25 shots and it should be 3-4-0, but I'm saying we should offer more going forward because we have the attackers to do so. And maybe we do win that game 2-3-0. So you say?
I think we're just reverting. Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, sorry, P. I just think we're reverting to type. I don't think from now till the end of the season we're going to get good performances at all. And it's kind of a mixed bag. It kind of is because there's not a lot for us to play for, to be honest, because even if we don't win games, the teams in and around us, they're not consistent enough to like make us like drop places. Do you know what I mean? So there's not enough jeopardy, I would say, which then kind of probably filters into the performances because again, the performances are so like cluster. But again, it's like you don't really have a lot to play for. So yeah, but then at the same time, as matches go by, I think we can actually put Arsenal and Man City down to like new manager bounce. I don't think because at first I was actually putting it down to like Carrick's tactics in them games was spot on. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking
which day was the way them played, the way them teams suit, the way that especially Arsenal, the way Arsenal play, it does help us. Same with City as well. Actually, let me clarify that. Arsenal at home, I think. But carry on.
It probably does. You're right. He probably did set us out to play. Like he probably had specific tactics for those games. Yeah, but being a Man United manager, like you have to be on it every game. Do you know what I mean? It can't just be the games against the top 6. And I feel like a lot of the games we've won under Carrick mainly because we just have better quality, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that my thing has always been if Carrick is gonna if they're gonna give Carrick the job, you can't do this young G thing of like buying. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you can't buy like Aiden Heavens. You can't buy like Dorgus. You have to buy ready-made players for Carrick because he lacks the experience. Do you know what I mean?
So you're saying like a Cunha and Bremo, for example. You
need to do. Okay. To me, in the midfield, you have to get the Tonalis. You have to get the Andersons, and you have to get 2 of them. Before I was only thinking you only need 1. You just need men. Like you don't need boys coming to the team and him. Saying. Do you know what I mean? You just need men, and you need them to know. You need them to know, like, you're playing for Man United, like, you get me, you're going to be playing Champions League, like, take responsibility yourself. I don't think you can buy Euros and Aiden Heavens for Carrick, personally. So
let me ask you, Cozy, would that change, let's say we went and got Nagelsmann, would you change that thought process or you're still in the same boat?
Yeah, I would, because we've seen Nagelsmann's track record that he can actually develop players. I'm not saying he wouldn't have the same troubles. Like he probably would have the same troubles, and he probably would prefer seasoned vets. But I know I'm much more confident with Nagelsmann with youngsters than I am Carrick, 100%. because you can even see now, Carrick is kind of reluctant to use any youngsters. It's just a vets. Like, I guarantee you, everyone said that Heaven played well, yeah? I guarantee you, as soon as he has the ability to drop Heaven for either Maguire, Martinez, or De Ligt or whatever, he's going to do it. Like,
but that don't that tie into what you were saying in regards to going with, you're saying buy more experienced players than men, so he's relying on that with that.
Yeah.
Even though I get what you're saying, but he's going that route.
Yeah,
like
that to me. So that's where it is. I don't know. I don't want to judge Carrick too harshly, but I feel like from the start of when he joined to now, it's kind of just petered out. Like, it hasn't.
It's not kicked on like how we expected it to. I get what you like. It's kind of I hear you.
There's a little more apprehension from me to give him the job full time, because again, I keep on saying we've had 2 instances under Carrick where we dropped points, and it was. I don't think we played bad. I don't think the other team was better than us. I just think it was congestion of fixtures. It was Newcastle midweek. It was Newcastle and someone else midweek. I can't remember who it else.
Was it West Ham?
Was it West Ham?
Was it West Ham? Let me check.
Oh, it was West Ham. West Ham and
West Ham and Newcastle. Yes.
No, Newcastle we lost and we drew.
I don't think them teams are bad at all. I don't think them teams. I don't think they were better than us at all. I just think this squad cannot play 2 games in a week. So then again, it comes down to the manager of trusting your squad. But then, do we even have a squad to trust? Do you know what I mean? So
no, we don't, because we're all in one thing we're all in agreement on, whether it's different players, is that we need improvement. I think every United fan everywhere across the world is saying that. Like, you can have difference of opinion in the players to bring in, but we're all saying we need to. With his rotation as well, the reason why I can't judge him on the rotate, because he hasn't had the chance to rotate, because we're not in 2 competitions. So I don't know how he does with that. I don't know what his rotation is like. Is he more of a sticking to a strict 11? Will he rotate 3-4 players if we were playing in Carabao Cup, FA Cup, if you're in Europe, etc.? But I hear you. I would like to have seen him against Chelsea. Like, I need more reaction. I need you to be more proactive when the other team's in the ascendancy. I need you to change personnel, or I need you to change tactically, or both. I didn't get that at Chelsea, because Chelsea were in the ascendancy for long periods. I didn't watch the first half of that second half. Long periods of that second half. I need a switch. You can clearly see that 15-20 minutes is with them. Yeah, go on, Paul. Go on.
They were huffing and puffing. That's just it. The reason why we got away with that game is because who was in attack? Garnacho, Neto, and Delap. Probably like their worst front 3. That's why I was excited when I mean, I don't celebrate nobody's injury, to be fair. Let me bring that back. But when what's his face Esteval got injured, I said that's somebody I do rate, and he could actually cause us issues. And he hit the post. You guys didn't watch the first half, but in the first half he actually hit the post. So I was like, and he got injured, I think, in the first 12 minutes. So I was like, thank God. Like, we could be spared. João Pedro is another one as well. He can also cause us issues. The problem is they didn't have good attackers on that day. So we just about got away with it. Because if they did have good attackers to put us under pressure, I don't think we walk away with 3 points. So their attack is just as bad as anything. That's why we could have just, we could withstand the pressure pretty much.
No, I hear you on that, and that's where, like I said, that's where the manager lies in regards to that. He needs to switch it up. Like I said, tactical change, substitutions, or both to stem with it. But I'm still I'm with you, Paul. I'm not saying Carrick out, but I'm also saying all right, let's see. I need better performances. I need better performances, man. I need we're better than we are showing performance-wise, because I need something to go, all right, that's sustainable. Even if we don't get the results, and of course results are the most important thing, but performances matter. Can't just play poorly or not play well or play below average and pick up wins and think, man's gonna be cool with that. No. And that's not the case. Yeah, go on, Cozy.
That's the problem every manager of recent has had, if you think about Oli, if you think about Ten Hag, even to an extent, if you even think about Mourinho, like the performances have always not been as good as the results. Like there was like Ollie got away with it for so long because the results like kept him in the job, innit?
Like finishing second and shit like that.
Yeah, the performances were so underwhelming. Like sit back, counter-attack, sit back, counter-attack. Same with Mourinho. It was like boring under him. But we got enough results out of him. Like we generally need the manager who like obviously we're Man United, so like we need to win, innit? Like winning is like the ethos of the club, innit? But we actually need a manager who like his principles make it such that there is symmetrical performances every week, regardless of who we play. Like you might tinker with it a little bit, but like how we attack Sunderland is how we attack Everton, is how we attack Bournemouth. Like the principles are the same. Do you know what I mean? It can't be like sit back, Bruno long ball, and then we counter attack, or it can't be like Bruno or everything else fails. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's another reason why I'm kind of apprehensive with Carrick, because I genuinely I thought April going into May we would see enough good performances where I'd be like, yeah, cool, like run it for a couple more years. But I don't know. It also may be a thing of like the market might be so rubbish, like we might have to grow. Like
you're talking the managerial market. Talking about the managerial
market.
Okay.
It might be so rubbish that like, kind of like what Arsenal did with Arteta, we allow Carrick to grow into the role. Like, and I know it's not what everyone probably wants to hear or see, but it might actually be a thing where, because he's learning on the job as well, innit? So it might be a thing of, we actually allow him to learn on the job. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, what you're saying makes sense. It's not the worst idea in the world when it comes to because let's be honest, the managerial market stinks. And let me clarify this. I keep saying this. Doesn't mean I don't think there's good managers out there. I believe there is good managers out there, yes, but good. There's no one I look at in the managerial market, because like Wanda just said it there, we need an elite manager too much. Who's the elite manager, Wanda? Who is the elite manager that's available? If there's an elite manager that's available, I am fully on board with you. Who is the elite manager? Because I don't think there is an elite manager available.
I'm surprised there's not more Maresca links, because we get linked with everyone that.
Let me ask you, do you think Maresca's an elite manager?
I don't think he's elite. I think he's good though.
Just asking, just asking.
I don't think he's elite. I think if
they got Rhino in the building as well. Blessings, Rhino. Big up, Rhino, Paul, Rhino, Daz, you man, Rhino.
Big up.
I don't think he's elite, but I do think if he was managing in the Prem now, would I say he's? I think he would be the second. Actually, I can't say that.
Hit me with the names, please. One done. Sorry to cut you off, because people always say this, and I hear it. I'm fully on board with it. Tell me the names, because there isn't one. If there was one available, I'd be saying, Carrick, thank you for everything. Go and get him. Who's the elite managers that are available?
It was only Enrique, and he's really
Enrique's
not
available. I'll pack Carrick's bags myself if Enrique was available. I hear that. I'm with you, Paul. With Enrique, I'm fully with you. But Enrique is not available.
So, yeah.
Ancelotti out here kissing on 3 different women at the carnival in Rio de Janeiro. He ain't leaving. He ain't leaving.
Why would he?
Yeah, I wouldn't leave that either, yo.
I wouldn't leave
that either. Germany manager and PSG manager. So one done. Enrique is not available, and I don't think Nagelsmann's elite.
I don't want Nagelsmann.
I think Nagelsmann's a very good manager. I think he's better than Carrick. He's not. What's he done that's elite? Tell me. I don't think he's an elite gaffer.
I'm gonna be real. I don't rate.
Iriola's not either. Sorry, go on.
I don't rate Nagelsmann at all. I don't.
People, I get to the Tchouameni thing as well. Don't worry, man. I get to it.
I don't think Nagelsmann's the right fit for United at all. He failed, guys. He failed at Bayern, and I'm not saying just because he failed at Bayern. I mean, Hansi Flick failed at Bayern, but even Hansi Flick, I don't even think is really suited for us. I don't think we have the right players for Hansi Flick or for Nagelsmann at all. I don't rate Nagelsmann at all. I'd rather Iriola, but Iriola, I don't even think we have the players to fit the way he plays. So
I think
back to the question.
You have to. Well, I would say, Paul, like in regards to who the manager's coming in, you have to think he's going to get better players. He's going to have better to work with than this.
I mean, you could say that, but we don't know how the summer's going to go. That's the thing. Under these we don't know how the summer's going to go. Like, we could be saying Chouameni, Tonali, Anderson, Baleba, and then we might end up with fucking what's his name? Bergvall from Spurs if they get relegated. Like, we don't know what the fuck could happen. So we just gotta wait and see, and let's actually see how the summer pans out before we can actually make that sort of assertion. But yeah, it's a good question. I mean, Areola, if we do get good players, could work, but at this point, it's just there's no one out there. There's really no one out there. So really, it's Carrick giving them the best players that we can, and we'll see where we can go from here. At least just 1 year. Just 1 year. So
I don't think you can give him a 1 year contract though. That's the tricky thing.
Yeah.
You can't I've never heard giving a manager at a big club a 12-month contract. That's crazy.
Yeah, literally just Pep. He's the only exception to that rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I say maybe a 2-year contract with the option to extend if you meet targets in the first year.
Well, I reckon 2 years is fair.
But what's the targets though? Like, what is the actual targets?
Look at this.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
The Carrick cartel, yo.
That's
Shut up, Eddie, man. Shut up, this guy.
That's
Sorry, Paul. Sorry, my bad, you, man.
What's the target? The target for next season is to challenge. That's for me with the target. Like, if we could challenge till like what today is April 20th. So if we're mathematically, and we're still in the title race. I know it don't mean shit, but mathematically we're still in the title race. So if we could,
you drinking the Arteta Kool-Aid, Paul, man. I see it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's bad for you, man.
Yeah, mathematically, if Arsenal win one more game, then we're out of it. But we're still in the title race. The longer they don't keep winning. But yeah, if we're like in a title race till like what April, like last 3-4 games, something like that. You know, just challenge, have a go at the league. You know.
I hear it. Before I bring Brino in. So one done. Who are the elite gaffers? Because I don't think Nagelsmann's elite and Enrique's not available. So again, who are the elite managers? Since we're on this note, Rhino, it's been a minute. Hope you're blessed and everything, fam. Good to see you as always, yo. Your fault, because we ain't spoke. So yeah, your thoughts on Carrick and what we do and what we're seeing and how it's going and everything. Floor's yours.
Do you know it is, yeah? I'm not even stressed. I'll be so honest, like, because first and foremost, he's an interim, innit? So the reality is he's an interim manager. So I'm going to treat it like an interim manager. I'm going to be like, you know what, you're here to stabilize everything, get us, you know, build a little foundation, you know, fix the wreck, you know, what's salvageable kind of thing. And that's what he's done, you know. We were 15th, 16th last season, lost to Tottenham in the final, couldn't string together 2 games in a row. Like, Amrim's, we suffered. You know, when he said we're going to suffer, we suffered. And at the time, we found it funny because we're like, suffering, Amrim, we don't. But when you actually think back to the trauma we went through, it was mad. So obviously, with that kind of feeling, you have to be careful with how you treat Carrick, because obviously the standards drop so low that sometimes you can forget yourself. But I think taking all of that into consideration, I think what Carrick's done in terms of performances versus results, I hear that's the debate, innit? But it is what it is the interim. So I don't think the performances matter. It will be nice to get some, because maybe you can look forward to having him in the longer term of like management and see where we can build something. But at the same time, it's on Ineos the pattern. Is Carrick the right guy? And on top of that, he hasn't got his players as well. So we don't want a manager that relies on players, but at the same time, you have to be realistic. You have to be fair, innit? Like, you have to kind of, you know, if you've seen something, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham game, I think that the comebacks in the Fulham game, and that we've seen a shift in mentality. So that's one of our biggest problems. Forget even profiles on the pitch, just the players' mentalities. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously at the same time, you know we're not good at low blocks, and at the same time, you know that these players are not good enough anyway. Do you know what I mean? So you're still going to get the Luke Shaw mistakes. You're still going to get the Maguire mistakes. You're still going to get Bruno's mistakes. We know what Bruno has a good game, and do you know what I mean? We're going to get all of that. So I feel like we shouldn't be angry at things we already know. Do you get what I'm saying? So based on all of that, I just have to be fair and say, raw, my man's got us results. And then you just keep it moving.
Let me ask you this right now.
Yeah.
So if we all know this, that obviously they're inconsistent players. Let's say, for instance, next game he tries I don't know, that Diego Leon at left back here.
Yeah.
And let's say it doesn't actually go well and he kind of has a poor game. Yeah. Are we gonna judge him for trying that out? Because we already know how the alternative looks like.
Yeah. I think, like I said, interim. So if he's gonna try stuff and do the thing, you have to give him credit for it. If it doesn't work, you say, bro, you tried, but it didn't work. Do you know what I mean? I think right now we just need to be stable. You know, we haven't had stability for a long time, and this is the closest to some sort of stability. As much as the performances are not consistent, in terms of results, we're stable, innit? So from then, it's up to now, Ineos, the pattern, how we build from this. You know, okay, do we bring someone top-notch in, or can we give Carrick better players and maybe keep a momentum going, and then maybe after a year or two, we bring somebody else? I think it's just about appointment and recruitment. That's what I think, because if we don't get the right players in regardless, whoever we bring is going to mess up anyway. Do you get what I mean? So it's hard, man, because I understand the criticism of Carrick as well. There's a lot of things he's done in the last few games that I'm unhappy with. And I'm not even saying this from a in or out point. I'm just trying to be reasonable, you know what I mean?
You're giving your opinion on what you're seeing, which you can only do. Because if he does good stuff, we're gonna say we like
my perspective, innit? Yeah. So man, it just is what it is. We was in such a dark place. He's fixed up the results. He's not going to be able to fix everything. We critique him for whatever we critique him for. And at the end of the season, we look at it and assess it fairly and say, bro, do we need someone better than Carrick? Or can Carrick go another gear or two and then we get someone in? We're not the professionals. So we just, Because look at Liverpool. Look at all these teams. Like, they're all inconsistent. And it's funny, like, how 6 weeks ago was calling City shit. When we played City was shit. But then I still give ourselves credit for it. Do you get what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But it's like, look at City now. It's mad how it's mad. So things change, man. We don't know who's going to improve next season, but recruitment. Just pack out that midfield and give us some wingers for now. Eventually, we can go for some centre backs, and then let's get this ball rolling, man. Other than that, I don't know, ManDem. I'll be real. Like, I'm trying to think of Ten Hag, Amarim, all the mistakes we made, everything. I'm just trying to pile it all up into one thought and just trying to assess this differently. You get me? And I think right now we're going towards something. Third in the league. Third. If we beat Leeds and we beat Fulham, would have been chasing City. Title race. Nah, it's mad.
This guy, Jack the Kool-Aid.
Nah, no Kool-Aid though. No Kool-Aid, bro.
Kool-Aid
pause on the Kool-Aid though, ain't it? But I hear what he's saying though. I feel it though.
Like I said, we're still mathematically in the title race. We still have of course it's unrealistic now because Arsenal are not going to lose the next 5 games because that would be the worst collapse I've ever seen. But the longer Arsenal don't win a game, the longer they keep us in that title race. So that's just what it is. The longer
where's Prime? Where's Prime?
I was gonna say, you know what, Cozy? I was gonna say, chat to the ManDem, man, because I don't know what's going on right now, yo. You need to chat to the
Wait, does Prime support Chelsea, innit?
Nah, if I'm thinking the clip, that's why he says that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't been on the show for a minute, so I'm behind.
Yeah. So Prime be doing clips. So anyone says anything that's wild and out of pocket, Prime is there. Like, also say, hey, shout out Prime, and Prime will have that clipped up in there.
It's not wild. It's just mathematics. Like, it's literally like what 70 points, 58
it's
points.
Just mathematics.
It's just four games to just make up the difference. We're not going to do it, by the way, guys. In the comments, we're not in a title race. I'm just saying mathematically, like, we are still there. Like, if on a scale of like what 0 to 100, I'm probably sure you probably would give us like what 0.01%, like shit like that. It's not really like we got like a 85% chance of winning the league. No, but as everything stands right now, we're still in the title race. But I would have wanted us to be like firmly in the title race.
Yeah, comfortably. Yeah,
like where's City now? 67 points. If we was like, what, 60, 66 points, then I would have been like, yeah, we are in a title race, but we're a bit far off. So hopefully next season we get our players in, we sort everything out, midfield, backup goalie, left back, left wing, center backs, because you can see now we don't want to be playing as good as Aiden Heaven did. I mean, we don't really want to be playing that.
Can't rely on him, man.
So
we need that depth, bro. 100%, Paul. That's what I'm saying. Like, and do you know what's mad? Yeah, I feel like obviously with Carrick, there's things that I don't like in it. Like, I feel like sometimes he's a bit too naive. Sometimes I feel like sometimes he does take a while to do his subs and whatever. Yeah. At first, I was looking at his face, thinking sometimes he looks a bit worried. He looks a bit lost, but maybe that's how his face is, isn't it? You get me? I'm not sure yet, but sometimes he does look a bit like to the point I'm thinking, shit. I hope none of the players look at him, because if I saw that face, I'm shook, bro. My mind just looking like that, something's wrong. Like, you get me? But yeah, other than that, man, I think the mentality of the team and just even the fact how we scored the goal. Like, when we talk about patterns and stuff, it happened like how many minutes earlier? Do you know what I mean? So we're seeing consistent patterns and our players are starting to understand chemistry. And I just need to see a world of when Mbumo, Ahmad, and everyone's on form at the same time. That's when we'll see the mad United, you get me? So, and how consistent it can be. But the fact that we're seeing things and we're starting to realize, okay, Bruno can do the assist and we can rely on him for, like, next game we're thinking, yeah, you're going to get an assist. That's something to look forward to, you feel me? Man knows Mainu's going to control the midfield. We saw how peak it was without him. And I said it, I said, bro, we might see how important Mainu is. And all the man that wanted him gone, all the man that said Ruben Amorim's right and Player FC and look at everyone defending Mainu. I thought it was the club and not the players. Nah, man. I'm never going to forgive you guys. Never. I'm never going to forgive any of you scumbags that tried to throw Mainu under the bus. Oh, his brother. Yeah, bro, come on.
And he's been the most consistent in since he came back. So what?
Bro.
Since he started in January, he's been the most
consistent.
I'm telling you. He's I guess maybe like 1 or 2 games where he's not really looked at.
Yeah,
but other than that, he's really just played with ease in that midfield.
And Paul, he's not good. It's still 6 out of 10 or 5.5 out of 10. Like, he's not good. It's still that just about average. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's the most composed in the midfield. Is really what I'm saying. He's the most composed, even more composed than Bruno. You put him next to Garcia, who's just a pit bull who doesn't do shit.
Yeah, well,
it's just day. Casemiro, even though Casemiro's more experienced, he's still very composed. Just in and around everybody. So I just feel like, in terms of the attack, like you mentioned, I just feel like we need the attack to be on form. Everyone needs to be on form together too. Because I feel like Mbuemo started off well. Now he's faded off. Now we can really see how poor his overall game is. Guys.
And it's like that, innit? It's like that. Before it was Mbuemo, then Cunha was a bit behind but lagging. Then it's swapped round. I want to see them at the same time.
It's Cunha now who's scoring the goals. And then Sesko came in with patches. Now he's kind of falling off a bit. So now it's really just Bruno and Cunha who are really just,
Mainu.
Yeah, and then Mainu doing this thing. So, but the good thing is at least we have these players. So it's like, cool. If one person's off, another person could pick up from where they left off. That's the good thing. In an ideal world, we want everybody firing at the same time. But in the instances where we are right now, I could take, okay, cool. You're not playing well right now. Okay, cool. Let this person pick up from where you left off. Like even Xerxes chipped in with a few goals. Mason Mount, who we shitted on this season, chipped in with a few goals too as well. So that attack has drastically improved from last season.
The attack's much better. Even though we're being
how it should have been, to be fair.
We should have an attack where even if they're not performing well, they're still producing goals. That should be the base level, and that's what we're doing. As bad as some of our attackers have been, they've still managed to get goals, and they should. Granted, I've said this before. I think our wide players struggle massively because our fullbacks give us nothing. And I think once we get better fullbacks, or if we get better fullbacks, I think you see better wide players. Said this. You put 2 actual competent attacking fullbacks who you don't just leave with the ball. You are good. When's the last time Delo or Shaw had a good game going forward? When's the last time they impacted a match for us going forward? Where we go, hey, Shaw was good going forward today, or Delo was good going forward today. It don't happen.
In the game made a couple of good runs. I'm not
There you
Shaw's
go.
fan.
He ran forward. That's what I'm saying, Paul. Footballer ran forward.
Yeah, but he was overlooked by Bruno. I mean, yeah, it's the little things with Shaw, and I get it. It's the little things with Shaw. But
bruv, if you put Dorgu and Cunha on the left, yeah, and then we have Bruno in the middle, and then Ahmad on the right, I think we'll move mad.
Yeah,
trust me.
But that is an improvement. Like I always use PSG as the example. Look what Hakimi and of course Hakimi and Mendes are the bar, like they the best of the best. But look at that's already a talented side.
Devastating.
Like if you when you take out Mendes from that side, you see the difference.
He
went off against Liverpool. You see the difference. And that's them with all that talent.
It's like a wounded animal, bro. It's like
like that's, and I'm not saying go and get that level because that's like pretty much impossible. I'm just saying get something. Like our fullbacks give us nothing. Like there's mid-table teams I think who have better fullbacks than us in regards to attacking.
Like guys, deep it. Give us 3 midfielders and then some wingers, a left winger and a left back. Yeah, it's mad. Trust me, there's something to build there. But do you know what it is as well, guys? I think. Yeah. What do you think's more important? Yeah. Because we've seen how important it is when how wounded we are when Manu leaves the team. So do you feel like we should go for a Wharton as well as somebody else where Wharton can fill it for where Manu is, but then bring still a different dynamic at the same time? Do you know what I mean?
We need the nail on the head. We need 3 midfielders.
Yeah. But if we're getting 2 though, if we was only getting 2, what would you prioritize?
I'd put, definitely like not a Mano replacement, but someone to compete with Mano in that spot, and then somebody
like
who's
a Wharton, isn't it?
Yeah, Wharton's fight. Wharton would be because I rate Wharton, and then
because I think people are downplaying Wharton's thing a bit too much now because of the Andersons and the what's my man's name again? I'm sure there's one more that's
Tonali.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, actually, hey, you lot, run up the likes. Just under 100 of you lot in the building. We're only at 31 likes, yo. Get us up to 50 likes, people. 19 more likes. Hit the subscribe button as well, and I'll get to it because you lot keep asking about it. So, and midfield-wise as well. I thought this was fake when I seen this. This is why I didn't pay it no mind. But United keeping close tabs on Tchouameni's developments at Real Madrid. One of those on the number 6 shortlist alongside Elliot Anderson, etc. Interest in Tonali receding at this stage. I'm not sure of the source, but I was having a look at it on my Twitter as well.
I think it's that James Duggan guy from the Telegraph. So I think he's sort of reliable.
Yeah, he's fairly reliable.
The question I'm asking now is that I just kind of feel like, so what midfielders do we settle on? Because now it's Baleba, who's always been there from last season, who I think probably would end up with, because United do this thing where they keep tabs on the person like a season or 2.
Yeah, I personally think that. I feel like he's done.
And then we end up with Baleba. So I think Baleba is one of them. But then we need 2 more. So Tonali's there. Anderson's there. I think Anderson might end up at City, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Tonali, Anderson, now Tchouameni. And then there was Camavinga as well. So which one? Because in my opinion, I would take Tonali 100%. I think Anderson will go to City, so I would just kind of like just cross him out. And then, of course, Wharton as well. So I wouldn't mind Camavinga if we could get 3 midfielders. If we could get 3 midfielders, I don't mind Camavinga.
Hey, chat, what are they saying price point on Tchouameni, though? I've not seen any rumored fees. Like, what is the rumored fee? Because we know about Camavinga and he's supposed to be like available for like a 50-60 million, which to me that's mad for a player of that caliber. But what's the Tchouameni
on something, man?
Saying like I know they got the young, I always forget his name, is it Piers or something like that, who they've got going back there, who was out on loan or they signed. Because what are you saying about this in regards to Tchouameni? Talk to us.
I'm not the biggest fan of Tchouameni just because I don't think he plays at a high enough level. I think like he has a lot of good players around him at Real Madrid. I'm not the biggest fan of Tchouameni. If we was going for a Real Madrid midfielder, everyone else gets ahead of him in my pecking order. Like I would rather Camavinga. I would much rather Valverde. I would much rather all of them, to be honest. He'll be the last
Yeah.
person.
He'll be back in the say, yeah. He's just clicking back
Well,
in.
I hear what he's saying. I'm not really the
Yeah,
big
same.
for many because I do feel
I
like
used to be.
yeah, he I think he was playing well at some point. I think his form just fell off completely. And I don't players like that. I got like a big question mark, like when we link to them like that. Like for me, Camavinga is more like I know he's injury prone and whatnot, but when he's fit, he never actually puts a foot wrong. Like even when the recent Champions League game, I don't even think he should have been sent off, but that's another story for another day. He didn't put a foot wrong in the game. So we need players like that. Chouameni is a bit, unless though Mainu continues, he continues doing what he's doing, and then he kind of like covers up. You get Tonali or Baleba, you surround him with those players, and then maybe you mask his like deficiencies and whatnot. Maybe that's how you can get away with it. Me personally, I wouldn't go for Chouameni. I wouldn't go for Chouameni.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though, what the Leeds game actually showed me, and like it's kind of changed my mindset is. Remember previously I was saying I don't want Adam Wharton because he's too similar to Kobe. I think the Leeds game highlighted to me personally. I need to stop saying that because I think in midfield we need as many players that are comfortable with the ball as possible.
I'm trying to tell you this, cuzzy. You know what? Listen to me.
No, do you know what
I'm saying? You stubborn, man. I'm telling you this.
I think
like want to argue me down? Go on.
Because the Leeds game highlighted it because obviously Casemiro's leaving, and then when we saw Ugarte on the ball, it was just like rah. You actually would rather a midfield of Kobe Mainoo, Adam Wharton, and Bruno rather than these hustle and bustle midfielders. Like, do you know what I mean? So to me, it is about balance, but like if you're getting the Adam Wharton, I feel like Tonali has to be the guy we get as well though, like this summer.
Yeah.
I feel like he has to be one of the guys we get. Like, especially
he's got that grit in it. He's got that grit that we need, bro. We need that.
He's just a bastard, fam. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, especially with Newcastle being in trouble, like if they don't make Champions League, they're gonna have to make whole like big sales in it. So I feel like Adam Wharton, Tonali, and then one other, whether it's that Gomez guy from Wolves or like that Mateus Fernandez or even Camavinga, like that would be a sweet summer. But yeah, I've kind of changed my mindset. I want as many people that are comfortable on the ball as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want these guys that their best attribute is they get around the pitch. I'm not on that level.
And to add to that as well, I feel like the reason why that's important is because if we do add all of these players to our midfield, I think we change the way we play a bit. We probably try to keep the ball a bit more. So we don't need somebody to try and recover the ball. Do you know what I mean? And rely on these mad turnover kind of games. I think we'll still have that aspect of us because that's the kind of United DNA. Boom, counter-attack, like maybe from a corner. That and the Man City goal. And Bruno, boom. That's a typical classic Man United goal. Classic, you get me? So I think we'll still have elements of that, but we're going to be a bit more assured in the midfield. And then if we can work on that and then the wings, I think will be good, man. But yeah, I don't think we need a kind of hustle and bustle player in terms of priority-wise. Let's go for the people that keep the ball, press resistant, and then maybe the latter can be maybe like a... But then again, Tonali can kind of bring a bit of grittiness to it as well.
Yeah.
But he's got a bit more composure. So, yeah, I think, that would be a sick balance. Sick.
So
sick
Tonali
balance,
is definitely one midfielder we need to go for.
I wasn't a fan before, in terms of priority, but I definitely hear it now. Trust me.
You see the importance. I think with Wharton, I wouldn't be mad if we end up with Wharton. My only criticism is just the whole fading in and out of games, where it's like you see him and the next moment he just disappears like Casper the Ghost, and he's just like he's nowhere. That's my only thing. But I'm not saying he's a bad player. Any midfielder, all midfielders we're linked to, honestly, at this
I'll
point,
take any of them.
Are upgrades because it's what Bruno, who's technically not a midfielder, Casemiro, who's coming towards the end of his time at United, and Kobe, and then a Ugarte that we don't rate. and then a bunch of youngsters that would
Not
probably
ready
be
yet,
sent
bro.
on loan. So
Yeah.
we're really crying out for midfielders. So
The one thing
anyone
that
is decent.
sorry, just to add,
Yeah,
the one
go on,
thing
yeah.
that like is not getting addressed, and I'm kind of scared next season is the aerial prowess in midfield when Casemiro leaves. Like,
Oh yeah.
where does that?
And you know who has aerial prowess? But well, I digress. We'll get to that.
Who?
Chouameni. What do you mean who?
I ain't seen him dominating the air.
You all
like
be
that.
watching him, man. You know what I'm saying? And that.
Yeah,
you
he
don't
does.
think,
He
you don't think
does.
he's good in the air. You telling me you don't think Chouameni's good in the air?
He
I don't
does.
really watch him. I'll be
He
a liar
shows.
if
I
I
can,
said
I can tell. Yeah,
Secretly,
yeah, I know.
Camavinga's good in the air,
I know.
no? I can't remember. I feel like I can't remember. I feel
Camavinga,
like
not as much.
Camavinga's not as much. I can't remember.
I would prefer like Camavinga. I would take Camavinga over Chouameni because of he's more. I think he's more of like well rounded in regards to a player. But if Chouameni's available, for me, it's just on the price. What's the price point?
Yeah.
What's
If
the
he
price
can-
point? I think
The
he's
aerial
excellent.
thing's important, though.
I think he's excellent from a defensive standpoint. I think he's very good, and I
Yeah.
think he's good enough technically on the ball as well. And I think he's great for the person next to him. So, for instance, if he's playing next to Mano, I think you see a better Mano. I'm sold on Chouameni. I'm a big fan. For me, it's price.
Yeah.
It's
If we
simply
could get
the price.
if we get for 40
If you get
million,
it from a mad price, I'll take him. Like a mad.
yeah,
It's the price
I'll
for me.
take him.
40 million. If
But
he's
what-
getting 40, then yeah, I don't think it should be an
Yeah.
issue.
When does Real Madrid ever sell cheap though? They never sell cheap.
That's
But the
true.
thing is,
Right.
that's why I didn't believe because of the whole Camavinga thing in regards to 40, 50 mil. But how much didn't we sign Di Maria from them? Were he like 60 M's at the time?
Yeah, he was 65 mil, but
he was still
65
in
mil,
his prime.
yeah, and 65
Even
mil
Castle's
yeah.
like that, but Castle's kind of on the way out, isn't it?
Yeah,
On the way.
so like,
Castle's at
this
60.
Chouameni, how old is he? He's probably what 25. So they're probably going to be screaming his better
20
years are still ahead.
But if they're actively trying to sell him, you can't be trying to get him for a big price. If United were going to Real Madrid to get him and he's not for sale type of thing, that's different. But if they're actively trying to sell him, which again, these links have come from somewhere, then you are selling him at a cheaper price.
But
And low-key, we can only get one and not both. So if it's one midfielder from Real Madrid, like I said, I'm going with Camavinga because
I would take Camavinga over him too. Yes.
go for both of them because that wouldn't even make sense paying a ridiculous amount of money to get Real Madrid's midfielders, and then we scramble for one more midfielder in the Premier League to add to the midfield. I think we just Camavinga, just give me Camavinga, and then Tonali, Baleba, and or Wharton, and I think we're good, honestly. Yeah.
With the aerial stuff, I don't know. Maybe if we have, I don't know if Xerxes staying, but Xerxes is somebody that would come into the midfield to let the ball stick while everyone can bomb on. Do you know what I mean? Or whoever create triangles, whatever. But yeah, the aerial thing's true though. What bro said is right.
He's very good in the air.
Yeah.
But again, it just gets overlooked.
Yeah.
You
So
don't
he's
score
the
a
only
lot of
person that
goals.
can help us because Sesko's not going to come deep to stick the ball and then run ahead. I think he can do it. I've seen him do it when he first started, but I don't know.
Again, it's not a necessity because he's saying, but what Casemiro gives us,
We'll play on the floor.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
Like what
yeah.
Casemiro
Casemiro's
gives us,
peak,
like
man.
from free kicks from a defensive standpoint and also attacking, that's just a bonus. So replacing that is going to be very, very tough. But if you can get someone who can like give like half of that, because we do have players who can attack the ball like aerially because you got a Sesko, Maguire when he plays, for example, De Ligt when he finally gets back.
Would
as
you
well.
say
Of course, you
Thingy's
got
like Casemiro? What's his name? Oh, his name's out my head, man. Real Madrid, man, number 10.
Bellingham.
Jude.
Yeah, Bellingham is Casemiro. Their profiles they're quite similar, innit? I think obviously Casemiro's got better IQ. No, in terms of like they're defensive, they can crash the ball, but you can get a last minute goal from them, like from a header and all of that. You know
Bellingham
what I mean?
can do is crack the box. He does get a goal. That is one thing that he does.
And just that way, just those two things, isn't it? But
yeah.
Casemiro's obviously IQ wise and positioning and experience and presence. I think Casemiro has way more presence than
For
Bellingham.
me, it's a price point
still a
thing,
youth.
Camavinga or Chouameni, if either of those available, because they were talking, and again, I believe it when I see it about Camavinga, they were saying 50, 60 million, which I believe it when I see it, that they are selling a player of that caliber at that price. So if Chouameni, let's say he's a similar price, I think it's a no-brainer to go get someone like either one of those two for that price. But like I said, I believe it when I see it because it sounds like it's too good to be true.
Yeah,
That's where I
Casemiro.
look at it.
Casemiro's an all-round midfielder. So I don't know. It's really it's kind of like the Pogba situation again, where it's like he could really do cover two or three positions in one. So it's like finding what midfielder at least could cover half of that is going to be the answer really to that. But I mean, we're going to see. Like I said, if Tchouaméni's available for 40 million, I don't think it's anything to lose sleep over. And then Camavinga, if he's also available for around that same price, then yeah. But honestly, we just need midfielders. Like three midfielders we need, because this team.
Definitely need three, like 100%. But I'm saying if Tchouaméni's available, if it's not Camavinga, like if either of those two are available, you get one of them.
Yeah,
if Tchouaméni or Camavinga is available, you get one of them. I don't think you have to miss out.
I think I keep saying to you, man, I know what Man United's gonna do, man. It's too bait. They're gonna buy two midfielders and then they're gonna say one of the academy guys has impressed them. I can already see it. Like,
you don't think they do like they did with the attack? Why don't you think they can do that again?
No, I just don't. Bro, I can just see. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I am wrong. I can just see that Man United buy, like, I don't know, Tonali, that Gomez guy from Wolves, and then they act like they're going to buy a third player, but then they start putting out feelers of, Tyler Fletcher, he's doing so well in pre-season.
Nah, I think we go all free. I think we go
I
three, man.
do
I think we do the attack like we did. I can only go off previous. They did it defensively. I think they did it in the attack last season. Obviously, defense the season before that one, and I think they do it in the midfield as well. Now, who the three midfielders are? You mentioned
Gomez, and I just remembered Wolves are going to get relegated, so I think
that's an easy one.
That honestly would be one.
All right, but let's say it's Wharton, Tonali, João Gomez. That ain't a bad summer.
That's a lovely summer, bro.
That's my point.
Especially, and you know why?
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of João Gomez, but
I'm just throwing out that. But again, Paul, he's backup, so he's four.
Backup for backup.
He's four. Let's say it's Lewis Skelly, for example. Let's say it's Lewis Skelly and two of the five players we've mentioned. Whatever two. Let's say it's Anderson and Wharton. I'm just throwing out names out there with a Lewis Skelly. I'm cool.
I think if we give Skelly, we probably might get Skelly to play left back.
Yeah. But Pete, do you know why?
I think we might do that.
You know why, like, that summer makes sense is because, of course, we want the best players available, but then at the same time, we've got ourselves in a position where there's a lot of squad harmony right now, innit? So of course, if in a make-up world, of course you would want like Tonali, Anderson, and Wharton, But you need to think about it. Like someone is consistently gonna be on the bench.
That's not. I hear that. I don't think you get through. But
that could be.
Actually, no. But that should be the way. Like you tell them.
No, it is.
Like for your place.
Right, it is. But like, bro, after 6 months, 12 months, someone's gonna want out straight away. And like,
not if we're being successful. Because City do it.
Yeah, but City's different to Man United, man.
But
like, that's the levels we should be trying to get to. We should have quality players on there.
That's the levels we're trying to. That's the levels.
Because we got Champions League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. So at some point, somebody will have to play. That's how I look at it, though.
I just think you have to like take into consideration pecking orders when you're buying players, innit? That's just me.
I'm with you on the pecking order thing, but the two that are coming in, the thing is, even if we sign two, one of them's missing out because you got Mano here.
Yeah, no, but the two, that's where it comes in. What I was basically trying to say is, we should bring in two players that come straight into the first team, but you can't do that with three. You can't.
Agreed. And I don't think we will do that. And I don't think we do that with three. I think the conversation is two starters, and then you've mentioned João Gomez. We'll use him. But to me, the bonus could be if a Camavinga is available, because he would be a similar price too, or closer to the price in a João Gomez, for example. Let's say João Gomez is 40 M's or 30 M's, and Camavinga is 50. Like he's the one that then falls in that bracket of backup value, even though he's your first. So you go get your 2 starters and then you add Camavinga with that. And with that, and if players don't want to be here because it's too much competition for places, I don't want you here.
Facts.
I don't want you here. As
That's
legit, like you can bounce if that's the case.
No,
but so here's the thing. So we mentioned midfielders. So there's even going to be more of an issue because Bruno's still going to be here. And I know technically he's not a midfielder, but he's still going to occupy the, would you call it, the
He'll play in the 10. It'll be him and 2 others. Agreed.
Unless you tweak the formation to play a 4-3-1-2, and then you just, pack out the midfield with Kobe and 2 others. And then
I don't think Carrick will ever do that, man.
Would do that. That's the thing.
Because he grew up Man United, like Man United is all he knows, yeah. I feel like Carrick will always play a formation where there's 2 wingers. I just feel like he will always do that. Like, that's all he knows, isn't it? 2 wingers to attack pin the fullbacks and go from there. But I do hear what you're saying.
Because that formation could work if you play somebody like Dorgu. Then you can then be like, cool, he just occupies that left channel where he's like, okay, cool. He bums up and down. And then whoever plays up front, maybe it's if Bruno occupies that 1 in the 4-3-1-2, then it could be Cunha playing with Sesko or something like that. And then it would be Dorgu up and down, and then maybe Mazraoui on the other side. Just, doing the whole channel running. It could work, but I don't think Carrick might be tactically flexible like that to do that. But that's another thing for us to actually keep in mind, because the midfield, I don't know how that's going to work, because Mainu, for as well as Mainu's been playing this season, you wouldn't even really want him to be playing week in, week out. If we're getting
next season he won't be as well. Next season
we need to rotate. So
I feel like for Mainu as well, because of how he plays, it's actually beneficial if he doesn't play week in, week out.
Facts.
Because look, everyone was like applauding how he played against Chelsea. I didn't watch it, but everyone was saying he played well.
He did from what I see in the second half. Like he did his job. He did his thing.
And I can guarantee the reason why is because he didn't play the last game.
Yeah.
Also some of that, but he did get through his work. Defensively, he was very good. Defensively, he got through his work and just kept, again, Maino's game. Keeps it simple and keeps the ball ticking, passes it to someone in the same colored shirt as him, which is all we need in there. And the fact that I'm saying, because people are like, oh, you don't rate Maino. No, I'm not saying that. But yes, bring in 2 starters. Because if we have 2 starters and Maino, and let's say it is João Gomez, that should be the 4. 100%. We should have 2. We should have competition for places where, let's say, someone's in bad form, someone's injured, someone's suspended, or we need to not play Wharton or whatever. And Maino's the replacement good. This is what we need. We kind of got that now, even though it's not working out with our front 3. Because it's a question of who's missing out of Sesko and Bremo and Ahmad. Whoever you think should be playing, the fact that there's a conversation is good. And I want that all across the pitch. Nobody should just be, just safe.
Guys need to realize as well, like, the centre mid, you get through the most miles. Like, so usually when managers are making substitutions, like, if they're winning, one of the positions they're always going to change is the centre midfield position, because you want fresh legs in there. That's like the one place you always change. You want fresh legs. So even if, let's say, for instance, we was to get Tonali and Wharton, and let's say Wharton's holding bench right now, bro, how sick is it after 60th minute to switch Wharton for Maino? Like,
that is it. And that's what it should be.
Do you know what I mean? And then, let's say, for instance, Tonali's got an injury. Like, you can start Kobe and Gomez and have Wharton, or you can start, like, it would make much more sense. Like, so
that's why I'm saying go on the quiet talent. I hear you.
Everyone just needs to understand their pecking order.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's a squad game. Honestly, like anyone who comes in needs to know. Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, potentially Premier League. That's 4 competitions. We are fighting on all 4 fronts next season. So this is going to be we need our Premier League midfielders, we need our Champions League midfielders, our FA Cup midfielders, and our Carabao Cup midfielders. So people need to understand, okay, cool, this is where you're potentially going to feature in. You might get 20 minutes here or there in the Premier League or in the FA Cup, there and there. Just just understand where you are. Of course, if we're getting somebody like Tonali in, he would probably be the main midfielder. Wharton potentially too might be the main midfielder if we end up with the likes of those, and then Gomez you would think would be the rotational one who would just come in.
I thought about something. Maybe Believers that third because he has rotated at Brighton.
Yeah, or even him.
Maybe we do get 3. Maybe Believers the third.
I think we
hear me out on this. Let's say it's 2 stars. Go on, Paul. Go on.
I think we just get Belieber regardless, because as much as his form is dip, right, and we've already done too much homework on that now just to close it and be like, okay, cool, we're moving on to different targets. I feel like that now is like we know what's probably going to cost now to get him. I think Brighton said no more than like 60, 70 million, which I still kind of think is high, but the price has significantly dropped from last season. So we know potentially what it would take to get a player like that. So I just feel like automatically we get him. Just
the only thing with Belieber for me is like
I think he's the third, Sorry, go on, Cuzzy.
No, I've watched him. Like, I just don't understand him though. Like
go on.
Nah, because after we was talking about him, I tried to watch him, Like I watched some clips, and then he came on in the second half of a game. I can't remember, but I watched the Brighton, and he came on, and like he drives well with the ball, but like I don't quite understand him because he's not the greatest of passers, and even though he's like big and physical, he doesn't actually get around the pitch the way Declan Rice gets around the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't.
Okay.
He doesn't. So it can't, like, he's good with driving with the ball, but other than that, I don't quite like understand his standout characteristics.
You don't think he's athletic? You don't think he's mobile enough?
He is mobile, but like you see how like Declan Rice from minute 1 to minute 90, he's just always running. Like that's what Declan Rice does. He's just running.
Yeah,
I didn't see that from him. I didn't. What I saw, what was like a standout feature from him is like he'll get the ball from the keeper, and like he's able to like maneuver past people, whether it's actually using his size or like his feet. But I don't know if we'll use him in that manner. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we'll use him like that. So I don't mind him in it. At the start, like a few months ago, I also thought, because Man United has done all their homework, and to be honest, I've always gone by when Man United go in for a player, they're gonna go back for that player. Like they always do it. They don't let things go. Do you know what I mean? Like even this Tchouaméni rumor, we was actually linked with him before he went to Real Madrid. I swear he was been at Rennes, right?
No, it was Camavinga that we were linked to.
No, we was linked to Tchouaméni as well.
Both of them, to be honest.
We was linked. It was us, Liverpool, and Real Madrid that wanted to sign him, and so I'm not surprised that we're linked with him again, because anyone that we've been linked with, we always go back in for. Like, that's just what we do in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do sign him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just confused as to his strengths, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe he is the third, because we've looked at him as maybe a start. Maybe because I'm thinking about Brighton, he don't start week in, week out.
No, he don't start at all, bro. Like,
yeah. So if you happy being a rotational player at Brighton, he'll be more than happy being a rotational player at Manchester United, and he's not a bad option to have, especially when you need a little bit more physicality and steel and defensive prowess in your team as well. And he's not going to be as expensive as he was like previously. So, I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying with it. I think he's good on the ball. He's very good at driving with the ball, which is an extremely underrated trait, because it's a bonus. Let me clarify that. It's a bonus in midfield, because central players don't drive with the ball like that. They don't pick up the ball and go past players. If you have players who can take players out of the game by picking it up and driving past them, that is an extremely effective and, like I said, a bonus to have there, even though I have my, not doubts, but yeah, I think he's again, his price point with him as well. But then I wouldn't go and get let's say Tchouameni's available, I wouldn't go and get Belieber. Like I would get Tchouameni over Belieber because I think they offer the same thing. So
yeah, I would as well.
That's what I'm saying. Hence why I wouldn't. So I don't think so. If we're gonna go get free, I think you need to go get a mix and blend. Like whatever you like is different. Like I've said, Wharton for again. That's just my preference about having someone who excels at longer passing. Not saying and all the other midfielders we've mentioned can pass, but I want someone who excels at progressing the ball long. Doesn't mean it can't work with whoever we get. To be honest,
you can get any of those Real Madrid boys on like, I don't think you'll get them on a cheap, but on just a competent deal. Like I feel like I think with Tchouameni they'll ask for 60 to 70 mil, and I think for Camavinga they'll ask for like 50 mil, just because he's a little bit more. Like you could bring up him being injury prone to like lower the price in it. But I think
for 50 mil I would take. As much as
I'd take two of your arms, Camavinga for 50. Yeah, run that.
For 50 mil, I would do that. Tchouameni for 60, I don't think I would.
I'd run both. If Camavinga's not available, I'd run Tchouameni for
60 mil is not bad at all because
that's a great deal.
Who do you
think Tchouameni's not better than out of the list? Remove Camavinga. The other midfielders, Anderson, Wharton, Tonali, Belieber. Who do you think Tchouameni's not better than just player?
Do you know one thing I saw on Rance's video, and it's so true? Right. Sorry, I'm going to answer your question, but it's so true, is that, like, how's Elliot Anderson become, like, the bee's knees in 12 months? Like, it's a little bit... It's a little bit...
Are you smiling? You know the answer to that question, man. You know why, man.
It is true to be kind of... Because remember, Belieber was the bee's knees 12 months ago.
Facts.
So, like, even in that, everyone hailing him to be, like, the next best thing, like, just have to...
This is why I asked this question about who's better, because I don't think Anderson's better than either of them. People will tell me they don't want Tchouameni, but go and sign Anderson. Who's going to be more expensive? And I rate Anderson, but I don't think he's better.
I think Anderson's more
transferable. Like Declan Rice hype. It's kind of like a Declan Rice hype.
But the thing is, Declan Rice is... No, it's not Declan Rice. I think out of all of them, Anderson is the least likely to fail because he's already playing in the Prem and his skill set, he can do that at any club. Yeah. It's not because his skill, if you're thinking about Anderson's skill set, a lot of it has to do with the hustle and bustle, like, if we're being real.
You want to put Tonali above him?
No. Tonali, to me, and I'm not saying it just because we're linked with him, Tonali is one of the best centre mids in the Premier League.
Premier League, exactly.
Facts. Even in Europe, facts. To me, like
Tonali over. To be honest, Tonali, I actually put Tonali damn near at the top of the list.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. I think he's. If we're talking player for player, yes, he's right up there, like 100%. He's the only one on the list. I think you can consider is better than the two Real Madrid boys.
Yeah,
I think they're both better. I think they're better than everybody else on that list.
That's why, to me, Tonali has to be the main guy. And then you can work with anyone else. Like, if you go Tonali and then you go Camavinga and who else? Like,
imagine that. Tonali and Camavinga.
That's what I mean. That's a sick midfield.
That's file. That is fine.
That's a sick midfield with Tonali and Camavinga.
We winning a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's fine. Yeah. 100%.
And look at it like this: 100 million for what? Elliot Anderson, or 100 million for Tonali? I'd rather just say, "Hey, Newcastle, hold this 100 M, and have a good day." I'm not going to spend that on Elliot Anderson. No disrespect to him.
I think it's disrespectful.
I just feel like there's better ways to spend that 100 million. And if Newcastle say, "Oh, he's 100 million," I'm like, fair. After all, Declan Rice was 100 million. I don't think he was worth it.
No. But I wouldn't spend 100 M's on any of them, to be honest, Paul. I don't think any of them are 100 million. I'd rather just take some of the money off and go get another one.
But if Newcastle told us Tonali was 100 million, I would be like,
I'd look at them and say, we ain't Liverpool, man. I know we from North and we play in red. Like, we ain't.
No. But I would pay. I would pay him.
Would you pay?
Money anyway.
I'm haggling, man. Come on.
That was not my money.
I know you haggling. I know you, Cuzzy. I know you haggling. I'm definitely
haggling as well. I'm haggling.
I'm saying 75 and then if we make Champions League, I'll run you another 5, and you get me stuff like that. Like I'm not paying 100 mil. 100 mil is just so much money, man. Like what are we doing?
But the market's inflated. Like who? Well, Rice went for 100 million. Who else went for 100 million?
I hear you on that part, but we don't have to get involved in that market.
We don't have to make the same mistake.
I don't think any of them are worth 100 million. Any of them. I'd rather take somebody off the top and go and get someone else. Like I'm not. And I rate them like I rate Camavinga highly. I rate Tchouaméni highly. Same with Tonali. I rate the others as well, Wharton and Belieber and that. 100 M's, nah.
I'll have to pay some big money though for Tonali. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's it. Because I think they signed it for 80.
It definitely would be closer to like maybe 90 million.
Yeah, if he's 80, I hear it.
You know, it'd be closer like maybe with like 10 million add-ons or some shit like that.
Yeah, like 8, even 80 is a stretch for it. What are you saying about it, Rhino? We're just discussing all the midfield options. Where you at?
Yeah, I think, like I was saying earlier, someone like Tonali definitely like has become more apparent on my radar. I wasn't really fussed about him, but I think just in general, just that presence he brings is good. But yeah, Camavinga over, I'll definitely take Camavinga over. I always butcher his name, but yeah, Tchouaméni, yeah. I'll take Camavinga any day, man. I feel like Camavinga and Tonali, run it. But yeah, man, as long as we get 2 in, priority-wise, Tonali, then I'll say, I like Baleba. I'll still take a Baleba. Tonali, Baleba, and what's realistic? Could we still get a Wharton with that?
I think so, because I was saying that Baleba's not necessarily a starter if we sign him.
Yeah, he's not a starter. Yeah.
Not necessarily. Yeah. At first I thought, but now he's talking about in the show, I'm saying he's not necessarily a starter because he's not even a starter at Brighton. So he's happy to be. So he.
How much do you think we're going to spend on the midfield?
We need 200.
Probably close. Same with the attack. Probably 200 million, 210, 220. Anything from 200 to like 230, I think.
Like we did should be enough still, you know. That should be enough, man.
The front three was 200 million, right? And Bremo, Cunha, Sesko. So I think similar to that.
When has United ever spent 2 bills on a midfield? That's mad. Like in terms of profile wise, though, like direct profile, top profile wise, it's mad. Yeah. If we do that, trust me.
Well, though, because they did it with the attack. Because if someone would have said at the end of last season we're gonna get Cunha and then Bremo, I would have told you crazy.
You would never believe it with Sesko. I remember, that, bro. Flawless. When you bring us back to them times when we first got linked. None of us believed it. We didn't believe it. We had a bit of hope because of how the last transfers went, because it was a decent window. But then who's it? One of them, and Boom was the one that dragged on, innit? Was it Cunha was done quick?
Yeah.
And then Boom was the one that dragged on. Yeah. But all of a sudden they instilled some crazy belief. The way we did that window was a mad window. So when you add the defense and then the mid and the attack, and then you now go for the midfield as well, that's actually decent recruitment. Like no matter how much you hate Ineos or the Glazers or whatever, you can't even cap about that. Like, and it's targeted, it's proper. We're getting linked to proper midfielders. We're getting linked to Mbuma and Cunha. We came 15th, 16th. We lost the final, and we still got 2 of the best attackers in the league. So I think that spoke a lot of volume. So now we're playing a bit better now. Okay, now I feel like there's more of a project here at the club. There's more of a project in a short space of time. You feel me? Where I can think, 3 midfielders. Man United are linked to 3 midfielders. United could be back kind of thing. That's what a player wants to believe. They want to be part of the renaissance, innit? You feel me? Yeah, man. Yeah.
There's 2 ways this midfield is going to go. It's either we get the premium midfielders like your Tonali's, Whartons,
that's it.
Camavinga, or we probably end up with João Gomez, which I'm not a big fan of, but hey, he can come in and do a job. Fernandez from West Ham is another option as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
There's 2 ways.
I like Fernandez. I was one of the first to bring him up like ages ago, but he only went to West Ham last year.
Yeah,
for 60 mil, and if West Ham managed to stay up, they're gonna put 100 mil on his head as well, fam. So
yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, but there's two ways though that summer could go. João Gomez, I think, is like the cheapest of the cheapest because he would be available for what 20. I think we could probably maybe get him for like 25 million if I'm being real. I think we get from 20, 25 or 30 million because he's a Brazilian international. He wants to play in the World Cup. He probably might be in the World Cup, or he needs a move to Manchester United to make the World Cup because Ancelotti might not be looking at a Wolves player. But if he's a United player, it could be like, oh, okay, cool.
You say they got a Brentford player playing as the 9, so we got shot. But I hear your overall point.
Well, actually, you know what? Scrap what I said. He could make the Brazilian squad. The Brazilian squad is not like that was like years ago, but still, United elevates your name, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely, of course, yeah. Definitely for your international team.
25 million. So that is one thing. But I'm just curious though. 200 on the midfield. I'm worried that if we blow all that money on the midfield, I don't think we might get any other players after that. That's my thing.
Nah, I think we will. I think because to me, 200 mil is what we have set in our summer transfer window, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens, we have 200 mil. So that's the midfield, innit? But we actually have
the champs as well, winning the champs and that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be some money as well.
Champs bring some more money in because if you remember what that I can't remember his name, but he was saying that all of their finances are forecasted with Europa League in mind. It's not even Champions League. So like they thought that Man United should be aiming for Europa League because we got Champions League. There's more funds and it's gonna be player sales.
I was gonna say player sales adds to it as well.
So let's say we.
I think
it'll be back. It'll be back.
It'll be back. The Hoyland money as well is going to kick.
Think about it because you got Hoyle. Let's say you got Hoyland, and let's say you add Rashford to that.
Yeah,
and then obviously the clearance of wages as well with the Sancho and Casemiro. And that's big wages as well. So let's say you bring in
from Chelsea too brings in the extra 10 million too.
Let's say you bring in like AEMs. What are you looking for? Like you can go get a fullback with that.
Yeah, actually,
you can go get a back with that.
That is now. There's actually money from player sales to be made.
Yes.
So we can do even the likes of Onana or Bayern.
Oh yeah, you got the likes of Onana, Bayern there, like them 5s and 10 million.
5 M's. I'll take 5 and get out of them, man.
Exactly. Them ones add up. Let's say Chelsea do sell Garnacho and you get some money for that, and then you can go and then pay Gap because they've earmarked it seems midfield, left back, potentially a centre back. They're talking about potentially a left winger as well. I think also it's price points. In regards to these, and they play what?
Because if you can get like another Dorgu kind of Maserati kind of player, where we like you're not really got your hopes on them, but they kind of like they were bargains. You feel me? Probably more Maserati than Dorgu, but then get me Dorgu's still showing a bit like we can be, we can kind of be optimistic for kind of thing. But man, run us that
or a cheap centre back, or
cheap centre back, Give us a Van der Ven when Spurs get relegated. I'll take a Van der Ven still.
So here's the
How much do you think you go for if you got relegated?
Probably 30. It depends how much he wants out.
Yeah.
If he like kicks up a fuss and wants out. If he wants out, it could be like 30 M's. And I was sold on Van der Ven, but how he's moving. But I hear you though. And obviously we got linked to Senesi as well because he's out of contract.
Yeah, but
so that could be the shout.
I haven't really watched Senesi.
Senesi is apparently they say he's going to Spurs. Granted, if they stay up, I feel like if Tottenham go down and they don't have an agreement with Senesi, I think we just swoop in and just because he's a free transfer.
Yeah, free transfer. Maybe we look at Senesi.
Because he was one of the center backs that I singled out. Senesi or Murillo at Forest, or even Schlotterbeck from Dortmund, like those kind of like center backs that wouldn't really cost too much to get in. So if Spurs do go down, either we use the Van der Ven option or we just take one of their targets in Senesi and just because at the end of the day, it's Champions League. He's moving from Bournemouth up to Manchester. So, Van de Ven wouldn't be bad, but I don't know. He's been moving weird. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I was with Van de Ven, I'm with you on that, Paul, and then he just started moving.
You honestly bring Van de Ven in. I don't know if I would be bringing him in to necessarily start. I'd
start him at left back, I'd play him at. You see my thinking? I'd play him at left back.
That actually, yeah, you could do that. You actually could do that. I'm just looking at it like his first 2 seasons were really good. This season has been a disaster. So I'm looking at it like, I don't necessarily know. And with the midfielders that we have now, like his De Ligt, I think is better than him. His fellow Dutchman, I think he's better than them, even though he has injury issues. I think Martinez, for what Martinez has offered us this season, I still would rather start Martinez over Van de Ven on current form right now. Because he's playing at a higher level. Even Maguire is playing at a higher level than Van de Ven. So on current form, actually, I'd put these players above him. But if he does still come in, maybe left side is back, maybe left back, that could be a good option.
I would do my left back. I would play him as a left back. I wouldn't play him as a centre back, like predominantly. Like he's an option.
No, what you're not saying about Van de Ven is true, though. I think I'm just caught in the hype kind of thing, and it's Spurs, isn't it? So.
No. You're right. Like I was with you right now. Like if this show was a couple months back, I was fully on it. Like even with them getting relegated or not, but how he's moving, like Paul said, has been funny. So I do look at that like carefully.
I don't know, but I'm not against it. If we end up with, I'm not against it. We could play him. Honestly, we could play him left back and just push Dorgu to the wing. Then Dorgu then becomes, in fact, that would even make the perfect transition. Bring Van de Ven at left back and then just say, Dorgu, right now we're switching your, position now to, full out attack. You're an attacker now. Like you're part of the attack now. So don't worry about defending anymore. Just hug the left wing and then,
And Dorgu will probably still attack anyway because he kind of plays like a wing back in a way as well. Like he's always up and down. So it will be good, man. We'll be good. Him and Ahmad on the pitch together on the wings. Gives us good attack and defense and good defense as well. Still,
good attack. And then if you put Sesko in the middle, just tell him, listen, whenever you get the chance to whip across,
go in the box. That's it. Yeah,
across. That's it. That would actually be the most balanced front.
Yeah. And I think why I might have a bit more faith in Sesko now thinking about it, when you look at all the goals he scored, they're all different. So it's not like, I guess you can say it's a good and a bad thing because you want a player to have consistent traits as well. But then I kind of feel like because we're inconsistent anyway, we can't expect him to be consistent. Do you know what I mean? Right. So the fact he can score the mad flick on goal, the mad header, and it's quite from far out as well. He's not always close to the goal. Like some of his goals have been a bit further out, and they've been headers. You know what I mean? Or they've been balls where he's kind of hit it perfectly, and like the one he scored against, was it Fulham? The one that Bruno passed it to him. Do you know what I mean? That's a underrated goal, and it's not fluky because I look back to his other goals, even the ones that Dorgu assisted when we had Amram and that. He scored some good goals, like good finished goals. So hopefully we get more of that with him, especially with better wingers. But man, I think Van de Ven left back. I never ever thought about it, but that could make sense still. Yeah.
Like I said, if he's there, it's the right price. Now I hear it. We try and get rid of him out because he's terrible. Nothing to do with his injury record. That's probably the best thing about him is that he's not available. I ain't trying to see him.
I can't lie. Mount bust case, man. Garnacho, I don't even cry for Mount no more. The way Garnacho's been stinking the gaff at Chelsea, we got our lip back still. Yeah, big up Garnacho.
Yeah, we did.
But the thing is with Mason Mount, bro, he's on 200.
Yeah, he's annoying, man.
We gotta get him out of here. Some way, somehow. We have to.
I think he's on a Luke Shorting, man. He's on a Luke Shorting. I think he's on a Luke Shorting.
We need to get him out. He's just occupying space, and it's like you're not even available. Yeah, cool.
Even his number 7. Oh,
yeah,
man, so bad.
Granted, I could give him a bit of credit and say, okay, cool. He's kind of chipped in with a few goals here and there this season, but in all honesty, man, he should not be here. He really shouldn't be here. Like he's really just 250K. Number 7, nah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's gonna run down his contract because, and the one thing everyone says about him is, he's so likable. So I don't think Man United will ever force him out because of that. It's annoying, but it's a Luke Shaw thing where he'll run down his contract and go like Aston Villa on a free. Like,
I mean, we're stuck with him for 2 more years then.
Yeah, the benefit is though that he's as bad as he is that he don't play now. So if we even add more qualities further down the pecking order, that is the best part about him, is that we don't see him. He don't start.
But to be fair, when he's played, he hasn't been too bad. He started to fall off, but he scored some 1-2 kind of goals that we might be able to get out of him when he does play. So
you know why?
Yeah, he needs to cut.
You know what it is? Because the bar's on the floor for him. That's what that is. So anything he does that's half decent, it's like, hey, you know what? He started there. It's not bad for Mount. Because if Embremo or Cunha played like him, we'd be like, yo, what's going on?
Oh, yeah,
that's facts.
He does have some like characteristics that would be good in Europe. Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, link up. He's got good link up play and that. Yeah,
I hear it because he can track fullbacks and shit like that. He can do stuff like that. Yeah, 100%.
He's got a little back flick here and there, man. He's got it.
You know
once in a while.
always talks about Mount. He just talks about somebody that despises Mason Mount, and I get it because I was the same way when we were linked to him. I was so devastated to the point where my mom came in the room and she said, "What's going on? Did somebody die?"
Yeah, it's one of those ones you can't believe in it. Like, it doesn't feel real in that. Yeah.
I was like, no, we saw Mason Mount. She just looked at me and she walked away.
You know what's crazy about that? About Mount in Europe and like him offering what he offers. Dogu does that plus more because Dogu can do that. Like he can do that type of role, but he'll also offers much more going forward and much more. I still can't believe.
And we'll still want a better winger than Dogu anyway. Realistically, we're just thinking about for now. Do you know what I mean? Now. Yeah. Ideally, you don't want Dogu to be your first choice left winger. No way. But for now, get a better midfield.
Yeah.
With our attack that we have now, we should see a big improvement. And then if we get a left back and a winger as well, we should really see a bit more consistency. 100%. But I don't know. When we go back to the thoughts of Carrick and whether he's good enough or competent enough, do you feel like his naivety is bigger than whatever player comes in? Do you feel like there's some of his decisions that he does make are a bit too... I don't really.
He does make bad decisions, yes, but in his reign, has he made more good decisions than bad? Yeah, he's done much better than I expected him to do. Has he made errors? Yeah. Is he the best manager in the world? No, but again, I can only judge him off of what he's like. People overlook what he's done, like because he's done better than expected. We're now holding him to a higher standard, and it's like, no, has he made better managers than him with better teams? We see people have crashed on Pep literally all season. Outside of his last 2 months, people have cracked Pep Guardiola, one of the greatest managers we've ever seen, with a hell of a lot of talented players.
Calling him washed and that.
Yeah, people call him washed. He's finished. He's done. This, that, and the third. So yeah, Carrick with the squad that we all say is limited. That's why I'm not as critical of Carrick, because I understand where we're at with the squad. Because people will say Carrick needs to do this and that, and then you ask him how many players we need, and they'll say 5, 6, 7. So this man needs 4 or 5 new starters, which is basically half a team, but you're holding him to the standard of if our team is there. Yes, he needs to do better in certain instances. But again, I come back to what I said earlier, and I couldn't get an answer in the chat. Who are these elite managers that are out there? Is there better managers than Carrick that are available?
No one out there.
Yes. But there's no one I look at who I say I am confident wins us a Premier League or Champions League. None of
I
the
wouldn't take. I didn't even get to answer the question that you guys answered earlier. I think you did anyway. The Areola thing, I'm just not on it, man, because
you know with Areola.
I think he's a good coach. Like he's way better coach than Carrick is. But I think one thing that you have to appreciate from Carrick is how he's galvanized the mentality. Do you know what I mean? I think mentality is such a problem at Man United, and even when we've had good managers, and it's just been a problem, like a deep problem that's never been fixed. So the fact that these players that we once even probably thought were not nowhere near good enough, and we nearly drank the Kool-Aid when we thought, we knew they were better than they were. Do you get what I mean? But Amram just fooled us, you feel me? And Yeah, man, he's managed to get them mentally together and believing again, the energy. I don't know if Areola can do that. Maybe he can coach them so well that it translates over, but I think what he's bringing in terms of galvanizing, I think it's overlooked because it's more than coaching. That's just actually being a manager as well. Do you know what I mean? Is Areola a manager for Manchester United? Everything you say is in the press. Everything you do is just overly magnified. Oh wow, Man United have got a new DOF. Like everyone gets new DOFs when their old one leaves. You know what I mean? Like the way they magnify everything we do, they make it seem like it doesn't happen every day, bro. But yeah, that's the only thing
Nah, you
with
smart,
Carrick.
man. You smart on Manchester United,
man-
new team lady. Yeah, I hear it, man. Yeah. It's everything, man.
All over the news, you know.
Yeah, man. Do receptionist. All right, man. Whatever, man.
So that's the only thing. Yeah.
And the thing
Carrick
too is,
brings that kind of, because he was such a good player, you kind of respect him already. He's kind of experienced, but he's not experienced manager, but he's an experienced player that gives him credit as a manager, if that makes sense. But sorry, Paul, go on, yeah.
No. The thing too with Areola too is you have to also, as much as I rate him as a coach, there's so many things you have to look at too. Like, is he stubborn? Is he a type of person that wouldn't like change if things aren't going his way or whatnot? Like, and we just don't have the team for Areola, so that's the only. I guess I'm just not with it because I don't see us. Like, imagine, and I hate beating up on him, but Ugarte playing with Areola, it just certain things just don't mix together, like, you know. So I just it's not going to work unless they said, listen, we have a 400 million budget, and you could really just revamp the whole team, and then you got the license to do whatever the fuck you want. But that's never going to
off the back of what you were saying about Carrick, like I keep saying it, and we all need to accept it. If he's going to be our manager, he's learning on the job, innit?
Yeah.
He is. So he is going to make
facts.
even in the Champions League next year. Don't be surprised if like some blatant mistakes are made.
Yeah.
And like but the one thing about Carrick is he actually does front up, and he'll like come out in his interviews and be like, I should have made changes earlier on. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
he identifies the problems decent. Yeah.
Because if not for like the injury crisis we had when he first came in, when he was trying to see out games, he would always bring on Ugarte. He would always bring him on. But as of the last few months, he's clocked that this like it's a net negative bringing him on. So like he stopped using him. That's a
good point, you know. Good point. Yeah.
Like,
I thought when you even said it, I was thinking Carrick Ugarte, but you're right. It kind of I just remember.
Months, he stopped using him because he's like it was too much of a net.
I forgot about that. Still,
so he does like he picks it up and he learns on the job. There's just a few there's just a few things I hope that he gets on top of quicker, so that people don't use it as like a whipping for. But like, I'm all for Carrick, but the signings in the summer need to like.
Important,
need to make sense, man. You get me? It needs to make sense.
And also, quick question, while we're talking about Carrick, do you guys think the pressure also change? Obviously, it does, but how do you think he deals with it now? Okay, I'm a Man United manager now. Interim's probably a bit naturally less pressure. Maybe if the players might start, that's why I said that the respect thing is important now, because once you become the big dog. You need to, when they see you, need to be big dog. You feel me?
I think
so what do you think?
The one thing that works to that question, the one thing I think it works in Carrick's favor is because the personality he has. I don't think he's fazed by anything. Like,
he's just calm and chilled. I get what you're saying.
I don't think he will change his mannerisms at all. Like, if they told him, right, you're only going to be a head coach and you're not involved in summer signings, I think he'll just be like, all right, cool, man. Like, I'm going to get on with it. Likewise, if they told him, we're going to give you like proper backing, tell us the list of players you want, and we're going to go out and get them. I don't think he'll change the way he is at all. Like, he'll just go about his business how he goes about it. So I think that does work in his favor. But then on the flip side, him becoming full-term manager, how does the players react to that? I do think like there are some players that you need to phase out. Like, you need to phase out the Maguires, the Brunos, the Shaws. You need to phase
proper
them out.
reset, innit?
Yeah, because they were here when he was the first interim, Do you know what I mean? And they're here now when he's the interim again. So it's just how it is, isn't it? They're never. I don't think they're ever gonna see him how they saw Jose Mourinho. Do you know what I mean? They'll never
That comfortability. Yeah.
Or not even like.
No, I feel like you feel like with Carrick they're a bit more comfortable. Just comfortable with him, like they're content, kind of thing.
With Mourinho, everyone was on their toes a little bit. You just knew he was a little bit mad, just a little bit. Like he could just drop you from the first team. He won't tell you why. You're just frozen out. Whereas with Carrick, because I've seen like you was on the coaching staff, then I saw you as an interim, then you become interim again, and then you're head coach. Like. I'm not saying they'll disrespect him, but if Carrick was to try and give them the hairdryer treatment, I can imagine them thinking, what's he on like? Why is the don't try to shout at me like you get me?
How do you think he disciplines them? Like, what do you think would be his kind of, or do you think his silence is enough?
Well, I don't think he has to currently because you're
true.
Like being interim, it's more of a all right, let's just get the players feeling better and get us playing better. Whereas manager, the book stops with you. So I could see him being fairly like stern, but I don't think he'd be loud with it. Again,
this is drop you.
I think like he drop you and he tell you why, and I think he'll tell you like he'll tell you off. But I don't think he shouts. I think he's just stern with his words. You're playing poorly. I think he's just more like that. I think he's still calm with it, but I don't think he's like loud and aggressive with it.
And that might work out better for us, man. Because if you look at all the managers, just a calming presence.
Like I don't think, for instance, Carlo Ancelotti's someone who's ranting and raving. And again, Carrick's nowhere near that level. But I'm saying
that man just raised their eyebrows and you're shook.
You don't like when mafia bosses threaten you. It's kind of like that. They never like. We don't watch films like that. The boss never like when you see the head gangster like when you watch Power. They're never loud. Never. Like whether it was Milan or Lobos or whoever else, Dean, the madman.
Lobos. Milan. I remember him.
That man it's not only the goons that are loud and that. Them man are just calm because like they know. So I think Carrick would be on that. Like he's very stern with his words. That's what I would say. He gets his message across like, hey, you need to pattern up. You're doing this, and this wrong and that, rather than be a Conte like. Who's going to be much
more. There's no one better than Carrick right now, if we have to be real. Like, because we want top level in it. We want someone to just take us to the next stage. So maybe he keeps it steady for a bit and then we see where it goes. But he definitely's got to learn quick though. But he's doing a decent job, man. Man can't be pissed because the reality is if he failed, everyone will laugh anyway. So now he's doing his thing. Let's give him the credit, and it is what it is. He's got things to do better as well, but it is what it is, man. Facts, facts.
And that's where it's at. And even tying into the outside of the manager with him, you might have spoken about like his inexperience and him potentially being naive and making mistakes in the Champions League. That's where the players stand up. That's where if we go and recruit right, I am looking at the players to do more. Like for instance, the Newcastle game. People can criticize Carrick. We're playing against 10 men. You man should deal with that. I'm sorry. You man, I'm looking more so at the players. Yes, you could say Carrick could have changed things and done that. We are playing against 10 men. Therefore, that's on you lot. Same way when we're 2-0 up in certain games and then it goes back to 2-2. That's more so on the players. You lot should be able to see that out. Yes, I still need something from my manager, but if you have talent, people will say how good players are and how great players are and how talented they are and their skill sets. But then when things go wrong, instantly point at the manager. Just like, where was the talented individuals at this point? Especially if there's a team, unless you're telling me you don't rate them all, which is then a whole different conversation. But if we go and recruit correctly, Champions League, especially where he's not been, where some of these players have been, I'm looking at them.
Do you think he needs more coaching staff though? If we're gonna keep him on, do you think we should get a bit more?
The coaching staff is cool, like in regards to Holland and that. I think it's just talent on the pitch, and him being in the Champions League, he'll find out a lot about himself as well. Like in the Champions League, say the words is round of 32 away at Bodo Glint, for example.
And he's been there though. He's been there.
But I'm also looking for my players in that instance. All right, we're a goal down and we're going out of the combat. Oh, we need to go there and get a draw to go through to the next round. All right, so what are the players doing? For an example, go on.
I do think in the coaching staff, I think they do need a external like point of view though, because
like a one kind of. I remember I think Musa said it when in one group chat. He was like, "Get us like a little one Spanish guy to add to the little team, like Spanish coach kind of thing."
Just because the coach that the guys they have right now, they have Jonathan Woodgate. Obviously, they have Steve Holland. Do they have Fletcher? I think Fletcher
as
Nah,
well.
has he gone back down to that?
He's on the youth, the younger ones. Yeah.
There's someone else. Oh, Johnny Evans. That's it. So they got
Johnny Evans. Yeah.
They got Johnny Evans. They got Steve Holland, and they've got who did I just say? Can't remember who I just.
Jonathan Woodgate, Steve Holland.
Oh, Jonathan Woodgate.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like they would all see the game in the exact same way.
That's fair.
Like, so
That's
I feel like they need. I would want, like, me personally, I'd be like, yo, like, is there any up and coming coach in Europe who kind of sees the game different? Maybe they're a little bit more aggressive with their tactics. That, like,
You're talking like when Fergie got like Renee Mullenstein, for example.
Exactly.
Okay.
If they did that, I would be all for it. And like maybe it is still someone that did play at Man United, and like they're doing their coaching badges now. I'm trying to think of someone, but I can't.
Like a Rude or something.
Yeah, like in like the mold of Rude, but not necessarily Rude, but like like I'm just throwing the name out there. If Javier Hernandez, if he was doing his coaching badges, do you know what I mean?
But
like he's been doing his coaching badges in Italy.
Yeah.
And then he comes, it's just a different like perspective.
Yeah, the way he sees the game and that. Yeah.
If Van Persie wasn't at Feyenoord, that would have been one option.
Yeah, exactly. That would be perfect. Do you know what I mean? But I just feel like Van Persie, he needs a head coaching job now. But I don't think there'll be much disagreements in the coaching staff right now. It would be like, bring Mason Mount on for the last 10 minutes. Everyone will be like, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas another man might be like, nah, man, bring Xerxes on. Like, let's be aggressive with it. Do you know what I mean?
We definitely need like a continental European number 2, if that makes sort of sense. Somebody who's from like maybe Spain, Portugal, the Netherlands, Germany, someone who just is a bit more like, who knows how to read the game on a continental level, because we're going to be in the Champions League. So the Champions League, that style of football is different from the Premier League.
That always gets us, them mad Spanish teams and these dumb teams, bro, all the time.
So we need somebody who can read how, like, you know, if we're going to the what you call it, Wandering Metropolitano on a Tuesday night, we need to know, you know, how to set up, because they're going to, you know, Simeone's just going to do his thing and just, you know, set up a low block.
If Casemiro's last year was this Champions League year, it would have been so, and he was playing like this, it would have a good ending for us to transition into somebody, because he would have given us that last bit of surety that we need. You know what I mean?
I honestly
that's why for me it doesn't make sense leaving now, because if we're back in the Champions League, surely
you think there's one more year in him though? Do you think he's got a one there?
I thought there was, but he reconfirmed that he's leaving. But I generally thought, like, at the end of the season,
do you think he might change his mind or something?
Yeah, I thought he would, fam, because he's playing so well. Like, do you really want to go like America or Saudi right now? Like, you might want, like, try and squeeze as much juice as you can in it. And plus, like, if Casemiro stayed, like, we could go all out on 2 midfielders. Do you know what I mean? We could go all out on Tonali and Anderson, and that would be peak, fam. Because then man could tell Casemiro, you're not even playing every week. You know, like, rest your legs for the Man City aways. Liverpool away. We've got these young G's that will do the cup games and the Prem games. You come on, see it. It'll be perfect. But I guess he's tired of Manchester, man. He is Brazilian. You get me? So
and he's been playing for the badge. The man have to give it to Casemiro, man. I swear, we need someone, because think about it. Without Cass, we don't really have no one that's. We got no one. We're just no one. You know,
him and May. Our whole midfield right now is him and Maino.
Yeah, Mainu's won a few cups with us. FA, he's done the madnesses. So Mainu's got a little bit there, but that overarching experience though, because Mainu and Cass, you can see Mainu. I think Mainu's taken a lot from Cass and Carrick in terms of just his vision of the midfield. I think Cass is dropping all the gems to Mainu before he cuts, and probably will stay in his life after he cuts from United as well. But someone on the pitch to bring that experience, he would have been perfect. For United haven't been the chance for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but
Nah, he would have been in regards to the experience, but
We
you
got-
do have
yeah.
like if he gets back fit, a Delit who's been at the highest level and won big
Yeah,
trophies.
De Ligt,
Mazarawi's
yeah.
there as well, but I get what you're saying.
Maz,
Casemiro's been
yeah,
there
I
and
forgot
done that,
about-
so
yeah.
like it's very very tough to replace that. But nah, I hear what you're saying, but it's looking good. Be interesting to see, obviously, how the rest of the season ends and the summer as well. But yeah, right on. We'll go
Yeah.
through. We'll get scoreline prediction before we close out. We play Brentford next Monday. Scoreline prediction. Brentford at home.
What day is it? Monday.
Monday with a Monday kick.
Brentford. I haven't really watched much of Brentford. I'm away. I hope we can get. I want to get another clean sheet, man. I want a 2-0, a 2-0. But I can see it being. I can see it. I don't know. We always seem to concede goals. Actually, it's hard. What do we? Are we? I think we do. Our defense is quite good. When I actually proper think about it, our defense is quite good. I think we've had luck in most parts. Like even Chelsea hitting the post a few times. There was a few shaky moments, but yeah, I just always feel like there's always a goal leak somewhere. Sometimes, but then we've kind of had a few clean sheets here and this. I don't know. I don't know if those clean sheets were due to luck as well. Because realistically, if you look back at the Chelsea game, you would say they should have got at least one goal. Like Enzo Fernandez probably should have scored. Do you know what I mean? There was another time they hit the post as well. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think 2-1. But I would love us to keep a clean sheet. But then we could be humbled again as well. You know what I mean? Like we're in the last few stages. We don't know what these players are on. So yeah, 2-1. 2-1, I'll say. 2-1 I'm hoping for still. But I won't be surprised if there's like a mad 2-2 draw or something. And we're just pissed off. Like, you get me? Or we lose or something. But yeah.
We saying Paul scoreline prediction?
Yeah, well, just 2-1. I think Brentford, it doesn't help that Brentford are really just in that European mix-up as well. Because if they was like 12th or 13th, I would just be like, okay, fair enough. Not that much to play for, but they're in that mix-up. The good thing, though, is that Brentford, I think they've drawn like their last 5 games. I don't know if that's
drawn their last 5. Nah, they've drawn their last 5.
So
it's Monday.
Yeah, and it's a Monday, you know.
It's
a Monday, so we gotta wait one more week.
Next Monday, I just deeped it.
As everybody plays. But the thing, this match week is weird because it literally starts off tomorrow because Chelsea play on Tuesday. So I think there's one game on Tuesday, 2 games on Wednesday. I think there's a game on
midweek Prem.
Yeah, so
it's FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, so flowing into the weekend. Tuesday to Monday is the whole match week. Sorry. So, but we play at we're like the very last game.
They keep making us the last game. I don't get it. Like it's mad.
So
we've had so many Monday nights, bro. Trust me.
I just hope it ends. This is why we desperately need to just mathematically secure this Champions League thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Monday games every Monday night. I can't even enjoy my weekends no more. You know, it's just weird. But 2-1 United. 2-1 United.
Because you're saying United Brentford scoreline prediction.
I don't want to be negative here, but I don't like playing on Mondays. Like, when's the last time we got a good result on Monday? I feel like we played Everton on Monday and we lost.
No, we beat Everton on Monday. We played Everton twice on Monday. We played Everton.
So we lost on 1-1.
Oh,
they got blue.
I'm gonna say 1-1 or 2-2. I don't think we win. I don't think we win. Honestly, if it was Saturday 3:00, I would say we win. But just because it's Monday, I swear I don't.
You feel like the players are gonna be like leggy and just weird for no reason.
Like, it's just why are we playing on Monday again, fam?
Because we got no Europe. That's why.
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna say 1-1, man. 1-1.
I reckon we got this. I reckon we win 2-1. I'm with Paul on that. I did 2-1. Well, you lot run up the likes. Yeah, just scratch that. Clean sheet 2-0. Hit the subscribe button on the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Yo, Paul, shout out your socials and everything, fam.
Yeah, you know what it is. DJ Paul 703 on Instagram and TikTok. New content coming soon. I just came back from the UK. As you can see, I'm still kind of jet lagged, I ain't gonna lie, just those 11-hour flights, man, I don't too far. It's too far. I ain't gonna lie. But we did it. We did the tour was successful. We did Manchester, Birmingham, London. So hopefully we'll be back soon. So yeah, DJ post on Instagram.
Rhino, chat to us, man. Shout out your socials. Let them know what you got going on, fam.
Yeah, I haven't done no YouTube for ages, but obviously you catch me on Side TV. And here's my normal rotation, you feel me? So I swear that I'm watching the show sometimes, or I look at the time, I'm like, 6 o'clock, I've missed it. And I'm like, damn, I need to get back on. But now big up the ManDem as always. And yeah, man, it's just the music stuff, man. Obviously, I'm doing music management. I've been doing it for years. That's something that I've been doing, you feel me? So check out my artist, Lizzie. Up and coming young you get me, gone viral loads of times on TikTok and that, you feel me? So we had a good show last week, 2 weeks ago as well. So loads of amazing things, man. Loads of amazing things. But yeah, check him out, man. Lizzie, TikTok, Instagram. I'm gonna try and I don't know when I'm gonna make a return to YouTube, but yeah, man, you catch me here, Side TV, and that's about it, man. Yeah, man.
So you make sure just follow Paul on his socials.
My socials, I'm live though. Socials, Rhino UK official, yeah.
People. Yeah. Rhino UK official, DJ Paul.
Instagram, Snapchat, all of that. Yeah.
You don't know the vibes. Cause what you telling me, man.
Yeah, big up the panel, man. Big up Rhino, first time chopping out.
Yeah, big up as well. Yeah.
Big up Paul. Obviously, Kazi, you know what it is. Love every time. I keep saying I should
big
make
up Paul as well.
I keep saying I'll make a YouTube channel, but I'm blagging, man. I don't know why I don't do it.
I don't know why you don't do it. I'm gonna start getting on your case about it now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Well,
your case. Start next season. You know what? Transfer season is the perfect time to start it.
Yeah.
Everyone's going mad. Yeah. Transfer season. There's always a boom at the start of the season.
Always something to talk about.
Because we're gonna get linked to everybody. We're gonna get linked to everyone.
And you know what's mad? It's like you're allowed to be hypothetical because you're linked. Like it's such a weird thing. Like
you know the worst thing is we get fooled all the time as well. People will just be using us to get new contracts, and we will always do hypothetically how would he fit in the team. Fam, he was never coming.
Do you think it's changed a bit though recently since Ineos are coming? It's still there, but I feel like we're a bit more sure of who we're definitely in for now, bit more than before.
It's easier to filter through like bullshit. But even as recent as this Schlotterbeck, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that'll be a good signing." Oh, he's just signed a new contract, fam.
Oh shit, he has.
Yeah, man.
That was one of the center backs. Oh man.
But he was heavily linked to Liverpool as well. That was another one. He was heavily linked to Liverpool.
Yeah, but we just always fall for it because everyone knows traditionally Man United has the money to just pay for anyone in it. So everyone just uses our name to just be like, yeah, man, want to go Man United, but obviously I'm always on my cousin's channel. Well, I'm always in the chats chatting. You get me? You still need to do this crossover with the Liverpool. Is it the Liverpool people you said or the Arsenal?
Yeah, Liverpool, yeah.
Who did you want? Who do you were looking for?
It was
you can run it with Arsenal now.
Let me know. Let me know. The Liverpool lot. It
too late for that. It could be a blockbuster crossover. Bayesian Reds and the Arsenal people. It could be.
So you want all three? All right, cool. Well, make it happen. You might gotta tell me. So you lot want with the Bayesian lot and the Arsenal lot, yeah? You want the Arsenal lot and the Bayesian lot?
Yeah.
All right. So the Liverpool lot, the Arsenal lot. Just say, all right, it's done. I'll pattern it. Let me have a think and I'll put it together.
Hard.
I do it this week. Yeah, Rhino, if you want to be active there, feel free to pull up as well. I'll make it happen.
What are Liverpool guys saying at the moment? Like,
nothing.
I don't want to start holding.
Rhino,
we'll probably save it. We'll probably save it, but I swear,
like that, nothing. They're saying nothing. That's what they're saying.
It's a serious conversation, but let me not jinx us. Let's get top three first, and I swear, we'll talk about it later.
even if they finish above us, it don't matter. Even if they finish above us, that shit don't matter.
As long as we win the Champions League next season, it don't matter. And plus, they should finish above us. They spent $500 million anyways.
Yeah,
so
facts.
It's a disgrace if we finish above them. They went all out for Isak, and he broke his leg. He just about got back now. So honestly, Liverpool can't talk to me. I'm not gonna lie. They can't talk to me. You know, $500 million, bald manager who's the same as Erik ten Hag. You know, Salah who's finished, Van Dijk who's finished. Frank Pong, who's I don't rate, Kirkesh, who's poor. Like, what can you say to me? Nothing. You know.
Well, so yeah, if you might want that, you should have just said in the group chat. All right, I'll figure it out and pattern that as well. But yeah, because you need to start a channel, you joke, man. But you lot, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well. We are going over to the extra channel, sports Q&A members edition going on. So when you head over to Sarcasm City TV Extra, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button over there as well. And of course, this show, all the other shows you see here on the main channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows are available on all audio platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, type in Sarcasm City TV and you hear it audio only as well. And of course, with the NBA playoffs starting a couple days ago, people keep a lookout here on the main channel and the extra channel because we're doing watch-alongs galore alongside all of the regular content as well. But we're heading over there, so we'll be live there. As soon as this live ends, that live's going to start, people. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Lakers